Hi, Virgo. So, while I was preparing this reading and cleansing the cards and actually shuffling the cards, there were a few cards that continued to pop out. Two cards, to be exact. The first card, Virgo, was the Balance card, the Justice card, the card of Libra. The second card was the card of Strength, the card of Leo. There is something important here that you have to face in order to rebalance that with which you consider the center part of your life. And for this reason, it is really important for you to understand that what's coming through is a form of justice for you. So, for you newbies, welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot. I am T. You are welcome here. For you deploy heads, thank you so much for your support and your continued love and kindness that I see in the comment section, and some of you send me really nice emails. But I would really like to do a let's get to the point reading for you. I've already done it for the air signs and the fire signs, and now you, Virgo, are the first of the earth signs. But what is this situation that requires strength in order to attain justice? So, I would like to cleanse the cards for you and do a let's get to the point reading. We will start with a really cool Golden Future deck here. I bought it in Brighton when I was traveling with family. And we'll pick one card there, and then we will do the let's get to the point reading. So I'll cleanse the cards for you. Yeah, lucky for you, that's to the point. Lucky for you, it isn't that much of a deep surprise for you that this has come into play. It's almost like you said, yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's grab a Golden Future Oracle for you just so I can see what's going on. Hey, thank you. Wow, they just pop right out. Group Consciousness and Blueprint for 5D Humanity. Remember your gifts and powers. Let me get this correct here. Let me move that light back a bit so you can get more of the card. Yeah, look. Blueprint for 5D Humanity. Remember your gifts and powers. Why is this restoring something that you haven't necessarily thought of in a long time? Huh? It's something you haven't really thought of in a long time, and it's actually restoring that situation. Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to it. I actually created this reading myself, and I just wanted to be able to get to the point, okay? So let's get to the point for this here. Let's go, Yaya. Please provide a let's get to the point reading for our Virgo friends. Yep. So we just get off. We get off on exactly what the situation may be here. Okay, hold on with me. Casanova, slow moving energy, something that you're working on is not really ready, actually. It's not really ready yet. You feel that it's ready, so okay, what's the next step? Balancing options. I see you balancing options. Okay, give me 2 more. Ah, but there is a success here coming. All right. After what? Okay, so you got some stuff you need to let go of. Don't we all? You got some stuff that you need to let go of in order to accomplish this, apparently. Hold on 1 second. Now, please, Yaya, give me 2 cards on telling them exactly what they need to do. Let's get to that point. Let's get to the point. What is it exactly they need to do in this situation, Yaya? What is it exactly? Ooh, 2 cards. Ooh, and it has to do with the collaboration. Yeah, and it has to do with your completion. Make that decision right away. You've thought about it too much. You've thought about it a lot, actually. And 1 more card here to tell us the summary, okay? Let me move these cards up a little bit more so you can get a view of them. And then we'll go through them. And let's get that summary card. Give me 1 summary card for them. Wow. Okay. The fight of your life. Why does it feel like the fight of your life? At the bottom of the deck, you got that moon card coming through. That moon card is saying that this is your gift and your power, Virgo. Sometimes you think that you may have psychic abilities, kind of like Pisces or Scorpio, but actually, it's that you are so fine-tuned. You are so detailed. You are so focused on perfection. And then when you actually figure it out, it scares you. The moon card calls that energy in, and it allows you to look at what is unseen, the problems that are unseen within all this situation. See, it's going back to that 5th dimension humanity situation. Your gifts and your powers are starting to be exposed. And I think it's starting to scare you. Why is it scaring you? Well, let's go back to why it's happening, okay? The first 2 cards you have here are the Emperor and the 3 of Swords, okay? It's setting up the story to say that regardless of the situation, you do feel some sense of control around this situation. But, to be honest, Virgo, that 3 of Swords energy can even talk about heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, and even some kind of gossip, I would like to say. Not necessarily gossip that's behind your back, but gossip that you're aware of. But the good thing is that Emperor is there supporting that. It's looking at that energy, well aware of what's going on around you and why it's happening. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure you understand completely why it's happening, but, the reason why you may not completely understand Virgo, which is such a Virgo thing, why it's happening, is, to be honest, Virgo, you're working. That Knight of Cups, he's slow. He's a slow-moving knight as well, okay? And that Knight of Cups can even be a Casanova type energy. With that 7 of Pentacles energy, it just says what you're working on is worthwhile, but it's going to take some time. Now, be it a relationship, some project, or even your children, looking at how your children interpret information and how you build around that. The Knight of Cups really calls in that energy around romance and proposal. So that is alerting me that possibly this could be around some kind of love interest energy that you're working on. Hey, relationships take work, okay? For you guys, relationships take work. And if this is about some kind of misunderstanding that happened in love, and that you are standing solid, as most Virgos do, because you guys are right. You're right half of the time. If you had a feeling of something, you were right about it. But does it require so much slow movement here? Virg, does it require this amount of slow movement? Now, what I like about this reading is it's going to tell us. Okay, whatever the situation is, if it's romantic, it looks like you got a couple things you need to do. Before you reach that level of happiness, you got a couple things you need to do. Let me get these cards correct here. Okay? Before you reach that level of happiness, You see that happiness right in the middle there? Now, the first thing you got to do, let me get this over, is make that choice. Okay? Right now, you're balancing some interesting options. I'm not sure why you're balancing these options because they don't seem like they have to be something that you actually make a choice about. It's really you multitasking a situation with many options that lead to your Six of Wands energy. You know that it exists. Now, could you be possibly creating this situation out of maybe just frustration? And maybe that you're creating this situation out of a space where you're working so much that you're taking it out on the wrong people. Because I look at this setup and I'm like, okay, well, where is Virgo in all of this? You know? The only earthly energy you have is your pentacle. And it just says you're working on something, but there's so many things that you're working on. I think it's confusing you. The beautiful thing is, whatever's confusing you, now let's get to the point. Yeah, let's tell them how to do it. Look, this is your answer. And it's quite funny here. This is what you need to be working towards focusing on, my Virgo friend. Okay? That 10 of Pentacles energy and that 9 of Wands energy, one off, 10 and 9. That 10 of Pentacles energy is my completion area. It is leaving a legacy, a retirement, inheritance as well. It can be. But it's also happiness, completion. Don't self-sabotage the situation, Virgo. This is not the space for that. And the reason why I say don't self-sabotage is that 9 of Wands energy is telling me that maybe, just maybe, Virgo, keeping and maintaining your boundaries and being persistent, maybe, okay? Maybe blocking you from your 10 of Pentacles energy. It's okay. What I love about this card is if you take a look at the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, the guy's kind of beat up a bit. But he's still okay. He's still got his wands. It's like you work so hard, you're successful, but you don't realize where your success comes from. And the thing about it is that maybe you might have created this whole situation. Sorry, Virgo. I'm so sorry. But the truth is, maybe you probably created this situation and you don't really see what's right around the corner. Is that 5 of Wands energy. 5 of Wands energy. People are jealous of you. People are jealous of you. They're challenging you. They're presenting obstacles for you. But this can also be sport. For those of you guys who are competitive. It could also be about the environment around you. Not you, but take a look. That these guys are combating over something. And that's maybe the point here, Virgo, is what's happening here is you actually need to focus on exactly this. Your blueprint for 5D humanity. Remember, your gifts and your power. Just 1 second to just breathe. Virgo. You're already ahead of yourself, but you don't want to get too far that you miss the direction, that you go in your own direction, and that you don't go in the direction in which your community is leading you in. Take a second, make that choice, and know that everything is okay. That's what I got for you this month, Virgo. I want to thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing my channel. And let's see what you have next month. Take care and bye-bye.